Before we get into the episode, the program, we got to use the fair use.
Object shot down today by U.S. fighter at the request of Canada's Prime Minister. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso joins us now with the details. Jess.
Good evening, Steve. This is the third object that was taken down by the U.S. The first one was Saturday when officials shut down a large white balloon off the coast of South Carolina. The balloon was part of a large surveillance program that China has been conducting for several years. Now, tonight, it's unclear exactly what was over Canadian airspace. All this as the Federal Aviation Administration issued late this evening a temporary flight restriction over a portion of Montana. The airspace there has since been reopened. The U.S. military shooting down another unidentified object Saturday afternoon, this time over northern Canada. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tweeting, "I ordered the takedown of an unidentified object that violated Canadian airspace. The North American Aerospace Defense Command shut down the object over the Yukon. Canadian and U.S. aircraft were scrambled and a U.S. F-22 successfully fired at the object."
Notice how they kept on saying the object. They're not saying what it is.
And will be supported by the Canadian Armed Forces in conjunction with the RCMP. This coordinated operation will allow a further investigation into this object.
At this time, not many details about that object, although officials say the military has determined what it was.
We have no further details about the object at this time, other than it appears to be a small cylindrical object and smaller than the one that was downed off the coast of North Carolina.
NORAD, which is the combined U.S.-Canada organization that provides shared defense of airspace over the two nations, detected the object flying at a high altitude Friday evening over Alaska. U.S. officials said it crossed into Canadian airspace on Saturday. This was the third object to violate North American airspace in the past week. On February 4th, a suspected Chinese spy balloon was taken down by U.S. military. The large white balloon went down off the coast of South Carolina. According to the Pentagon, the balloon was part of a large surveillance program that China has been conducting over several years. Yesterday, President Biden ordered an object roughly the size of a small car to be shut out of the skies above Alaska.
The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet.
I'm telling y'all, something bigger's going on.
To the safety of civilian flight. Out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of the Pentagon, President Biden ordered the military to down the object.
Need some in the comments, but I'm telling y'all, something's going on.
Canadian Prime Minister says he spoke to President Biden and that Canada will recover and analyze the wreckage. Meanwhile, recovery operations continue in Alaska today. The icy conditions obviously playing a big part in the recovery. Steve?
Pretty wild story.